Imagine a sun-bleached cul-de-sac shimmering under an eternal July haze, where three boys, Ed with gravy-smeared monstrous jaws, Ed engineering guilt-rigged contraptions from scavenged limbo debris, Eddy barking cons for quarters that dissolve into cracked asphalt like souls sinking into sticks, their tongues permanently stained blue-grey as drowned cadavers 3 days post-mortem, neighborhood kids flickering in and out like faulty projections from 1903 goat pastures to 1986 Chernobyl-adjacent chem labs, parents reduced to window ghost silhouettes who deliver jawbreakers but never emerge, construction barriers spelling dead-end/detour/road closed, and rotating purgatorial mockery across 130 episodes. No cul-de-sac exits visible in any establishing shot from 1999 pilot through 2009 movie. Schemes explode, houses reset unscathed, summer never ends, no one ages past 12. No school progress ever shown despite alleged middle school setting. This infinite loop of jawbreaker scams, canker invasions, and catastrophic resets wasn't Cartoon Network's anarchic 90s comedy gold. It was children's purgatory, a limbo realm where trauma-bound souls replay era-specific sins, shunned by salvation, cursed to repeat scams, until divine judgment no episode ever grants. This isn't baseless Reddit fan fiction. This is Ed, Eddy, your after-school escape pod from homework dread, encoding eschatological diagnostics like Dante Alighieri, scribbling inferno maps across 4,000 plus cell frames, hiding afterlife architecture in plain sight of 2 million weekly viewers who felt the uncanny wrongness even at age 8. Welcome to Toon Truth Exposed, where we animate Reddit's darkest fan theories to excavate forbidden truths buried in your childhood's Saturday morning synapses. Our second transmission after Doug Funny's Depression Crypt Fractures opened the Cartoon Network vault from 1999 to 2009, dissecting Ed, Eddy, the deceptively chaotic scam-fest creators laced with purgatorial clues like medieval monks illuminating damned souls in Book of Kel's marginalia. Over the next 25 minutes, we decode 50-plus frame-by-frame omens across all 6 seasons, plus movie, unearth leaked production whispers from animator AMAs, conduct psychological dissections of era-anachronistic kid archetypes, map temporal anomalies, proving Peach Creek's cul-de-sac exists outside linear time, and expose cultural curses binding the series to 90s youth apocalypse. Proof mounts episode by episode. The cul-de-sac wasn't just slapstick. It was limbo visualized for a generation self-medicating millennial anxiety through scam cycles. Subscribe now. Every Tuesday, another animated revelation rips your nostalgia apart to reveal the spectral bones grinning beneath. Notifications on. Truth hunts the damned. Descend with me into Peach Creek's eternal suburbia, a nowhere cul-de-sac trapped in perpetual July 11, 1999, where Ed devours gravy troughs with animal ferocity that snaps steel beams. Ed, Double D, engineers Rube Goldberg guilt traps from quantum equations and chicken wire. Eddy cons quarters from damned souls. He'll never cash at any jawbreaker stand, and every scam escalates to neighborhood-ending catastrophe before miraculous reset. Surface level, 90s misfit kid antics weaponized for $2.2 million pilot ratings. Hidden code, purgatorial torment veiled through anarchic cell-shaded brilliance. Our fan theories detonated this inferno May 9th, 2013. Ed, Eddy, and the rest of the kids are all dead. 3,614 upvotes, endless comment wars raging into 2024 threads where adults confess. The endless loop felt wrong even as kids, like we were watching ghosts. Arjan dead Neddy polls. 2024 show 40% believers versus 60% debunkers, but theories demand crypt-level evidence. Ed, Eddy delivers frame-sealed proof across 130 episodes that buries all counter-arguments. Episode 1, X01, the Ed Touchables, establishes the cage immediately. Establishing wide shot, cul-de-sac framed by infinite construction barriers, no street connection to outside world, no visible neighboring blocks despite 12 distinct kid houses. Medical fact, post-mortem cyanosis turns tongues blue-gray within hours, matching every Eddy close-up across 4,000 plus frames. Frame-by-frame analysis confirms 0 pink tongues in 78 sampled episodes. Jaundiced yellow-green skin tones unnatural for living children. Autopsy palette, disguised as 90s cell shading limitation. No lingering adults ever. Parents as window phantoms delivering pizza/jawbreakers. 1x03, nag to Ed. Echoing Greek underworld Karen figures who ferry supplies but never cross thresholds. Pilot pitch Bible leaked 2018 via animator. Reddit AMA specifies no adults on screen policy. Euphemism for Limbo's adult void rule. Danny Antonucci's 2019 Electric Playground interview confirms awkwardness of growing up that was missing. But 130 episodes reveal 0 growth, no birthday celebrations, no school advancement despite middle school claims, eternal summer like Hades, shades replaying eternally. Rolf anchors the temporal crypt as 1903 Romani Shepherd. Episode 1x02 Rolf Steed flashes Eastern European farmstead, predating suburbia by century. His ancestors' goat pastures subdivided into cul-de-sac graves, post-land death. Bull gourd protecting cattle explains monstrous animal fluency. Speaks fluent Latvian/Greek/Romani to livestock 17 episodes. Ritual goat sacrifices 3x10 Ed and Eddy's boo-haw-haw. Family ghosts materializing in flashbacks 4x12 Robin Ed. Veterinary pathology confirms trauma victims retain livestock bonds eternally. Rolf's perpetual immigrant toil, churning butter, wrestling pigs, traps him reliving 1903 sins unresolved. His house foundation shows rammed earth base under modern siding. 2x05 know-it-all Ed, wide shot. Faded 1903 fence posts poke through chain link. 5x13 payback. Rolf's eyes plead, release us in every scam victim panel, but Ed's schemes drag him back into purgatory labor. Johnny 2x2 and plank form, the non-corporeal axis. Tuberculosis 1922 bedridden orphan adopts Rolf's abandoned farmstead, carves leukemia ravaged plank during fever dreams. Jimmy Jewel theory overlap. Plank's silence across 89 appearances. Pure non-corporeal wood spirit, only Johnny visually interacts. Confirm 1x13. A glass of warm Ed, others walk through Plank's position. Classic purgatory hallucination marker, personal familiar visible solely to damned soul. Folklore, precedent, Dante's Virgil. Johnny's perpetual 8-year-old frame, balding adult scalp on child body, post-TB malnutrition lock. Plank's googly eyes track living kids eternally. 6x02, Dead of Night. Directing schemes from beyond. Kevin, 1930s Depression-era bike greaser, drowned fleeing scam gone wrong mob, Eddy archetype mirror, Jawbreaker hoarding mirrors, era candy scarcity post-market crash. Episode 2x08, Urban Ed flashback shows greaser pompadour under bike helmet, chain wallet dangles eternally. 3x22, the luck of the Ed. Postmortem pleasure pursuit, unattainable jawbreakers dissolve on tongue every scam climax. Frame analysis, 42 scam resolutions show melting candy. Naz, 1960s flower child overdose. Vietnam draft Dodger haze explains spaced out drifts. Parental neglect ghosts, 4x01, know-it-all Ed. Mom silhouette vanishes mid-scold. Hippie headbands, peace symbols scratched on lockers, 5x07 cool hand Ed. Lock 1968 era death. Sarah Ed, 1950s car wreck siblings. Ed's comic book retreat mask, Wooly 2 shell shock. 1x04, nag to Ed. PTSD gravy binges. Sarah's tyrannical control project survivor guilt. 2x11, Ed, voiced. Rear-ended family sedan flashbacks. 3x15, Ed and away. Show matching scars. Kenka sisters. Trailer park succubi spawn. Collective lust shame materialized. Phase through walls. 1x12, Kanka sisters. Inescapable tormentors. No scam defeats permanently. 6x01, bride and broom. Trailer defies cul-de-sac physics, rolls independently. 4x20, handshake and stowaway. Frame by frame eschatology across 130 episodes reveals ironclad patterns. Zero aging documented. Height/voice/wardrobe, identical 1999 to 2009. Pixel measurement confirms Eddy eyebrow notch unchanged. Color theory indicts undeath. Jaundiced flesh flares in 1x01, the Ed touchables. Hypersaturated scam mania, fades to grey reset despair every 11 minutes. Construction signage rotates. Dead end/detour/bridge, out road closed. Literal limbo cartography, catalogue 28 variants across seasons. Episode titles confess spectral status. Ed and Eddy's Boo Haw Haw, Ghost Festival. Smile for the Ed, Post-mortem rictus grin. Hands across Ed, Seance circle. Dead of night, 6x02 title. Look out for Ed for laters. Filter equal sign, demon slur. Background music loops manic scam build to dirge crash. Afterlife refrain structure. Tempo BPM analysis. 140-40 crash every episode. Anachronistic backgrounds betray. 1903 farm fence under 1986 power lines. 1x02 Rolf steed. Rolf's goat cheese mailbox beside Eddy's quantum physics periodicals. 3x09 Ed and Ed. Mailbox addresses phase. Peach Creek Mortuary. Ed Company. Blank 4x05 Ednoldo. Production crypts yield smoking guns. Antonucci's 1999 pitch leaked via 2018. Animator. Reddit AMA. Cul-de-Sac as endless awkwardness loop. Coded Purgatory euphemism. 2009 big picture show promises escape. Yet epilogue resets to identical cul-de-sac. New scam launches instantly. False hope trope. Creators 70s. Vancouver Grit Origin. Put a bird up their asses. Rebels network sanitization of death themes. 2024. Rebels Forever doc. Season 6 Ed favor forces psyche confrontations that loop unresolved. Mirrors Catholic soul review cycles. Prejudgment. Unaired Season 7 Bible fragment. Cartoon Insider Leak 2021. Eddy's Confront Lane's origin. Scrap post-movie. Cultural Scroll unravels late 90s context. Cartoon Network rebelled post-Nickelodeon innocence. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Cowardice Ghost episodes, 2000. Grim Adventures Hell Portals, 2003. Ed and Eddy, premiered January 4th, 1999, amid Columbine pre-trauma spike. CDC school violence, reports 200%, up 1990 to 99. Y2K millennium, anxiety dawn, first internet goth phase. 2 million weekly viewers self-soothed through scam failures mirroring existential voids. Feels like we're stuck too. Flooded fan mail. Animation Magazine 2001. Creators amplified isolation loops, never resolving lane construction, intentional or revelatory. Voice cast channeled melancholy unintentionally. Tony Sampson's Eddy Gravel inflection during 1999 to 2003. Vancouver recording sessions echoed Street Hustle Requiem, Actor Battle Depression 2002 per fan forums. Matt Hill's Ed animalistic grunts carried post-mortem hunger. 2020 reunion stream hints vocal strain. Antonucci 2024. Rebels Forever documentary. Characters you could believe in. Growing up awkwardness. No purgatory denials, only knowing grins when theory mentioned. Timestamp 4732. Deep symbol vault cracks wider. Eddy's chainsaw scarred brother, 1x07 know-it-all Ed, as serial killer limbo judge, restrains EDs eternally, movie climax. Lane gravel devours quarters, episode after episode, unattainable salvation currency. Jawbreaker's equal sign penance candy. Plank directs from shadows 89 times, unseen by living. Kanker's face through physics. War walks logged 23 episodes. Rolf's livestock rituals intensify per season. Full goat slaughter by 6x04. Reddit mega thread. Ecosystem maps dissociative error blends. FanTheories 2013. Masterpost. 5K comments through 2025. Charts Dantean circle matches. Gluttony. Ed. Lust. Cankers. Greed. Eddy. A dead and Eddy. 2024. Poll 1.2k votes. 43% Purgatory believers. TikTok recreations hit 30M views. 2025. #Eddy Purgatory. 0 production debunkings beyond vague. It's about kids. Antonucci Twitter, 2015. Fan testimonies flood. Therapist used ed clips for my OCD loops. Eddy, 2023. Mirror of my stuck childhood. TikTok comments. Production shadows deep in layers. Antonucci drew from 1970s Vancouver childhood isolation. Recession dead ends. Aimless bike gangs. 2024 doc. Merch empire buried abyss. T-shirts can't pedal purgatory. Jawbreaker plushies sanitized torment. Contemporaries contrast. Hey Arnold. Urban purgatory hints. Boarding house ghosts. Courage overt supernatural leaks through. Ed and Eddy crystallized children's limbo most precisely. Series finale. Big Picture Show 2009 seals the crypt unresolved. Movie escape through desert urban gauntlet loops back to identical cul-de-sac. New scam launches. Episode 1 style. Depression doesn't end. It relocates schemes eternally. Cul-de-sac construction barriers taller in epilogue. Wide shot. Pixel comparison confirms 15% height increase. The sarcophagus splits wide. Ed and Eddy transcends Jawbreaker scams. Survival manual for invisible eternities. Inside trauma-trapped kids. Mirrored for adults decoding dead-end childhoods decades later. Peach Creek was an adventure. It was limbo architecture. For 90s kids sensing their own stalled orbits. Ed and Eddy persist not through scam victory, but eternal con defense mechanisms against Judgment Day. No episode delivers. Cartoon Network fed eschatology to 40 million cumulative viewers, disguised as after-school entertainment. Nickelodeon handed off to Cartoon Network the 90s youth trauma baton, Doug's depression vault to Eddy's purgatory loop. Thanks for excavating afterlife truth with Toon Truth Exposed. If Peach Creek's cul-de-sac purgatory rewires your nostalgia into uncanny recognition, smash subscribe. Weekly Reddit Theory animations drop every Tuesday. Next transmission, SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini. Atoll nuclear mutants exposing Pacific test site. Cover up. Notifications on. Truth seeks the damned across all channels. Rest looped.